From the pandemic to inflation to the Russian-Ukraine crisis, keeping an eye on our money is now more important than ever. Financial expert and New York Times best-selling author Nicole Lapin wants to help. Her new book is called Miss Independent, a simple 12-step plan to start investing and grow your own wealth. Shares tips on how we can protect ourselves and our money. Nicole joining us right now. How are you?
I am doing great. Better now that I'm seeing you. We look like Easter together, I think.
I love it. I love it. I love in your book you put, like, on one of the first pages, don't marry rich, be rich.
That's right. That's right. And I sent one to Jenna. How old is Jenna now?
You know what? I think you have to start young. I mean, it was not a conversation that my parents had with me. I don't know why, but I think it's prudent to, like, get your kids on board at an early age so that they respect money.
Absolutely. And it's incumbent on parents to do that, really, because they're not learning this stuff in school. If I were in charge of the world, that would not be the case. I've even gone to MBA programs. I'm like, why am I speaking here? You guys should be already learning this stuff for how much you're spending on tuition. But the truth is, we don't learn it in school. A lot of us don't learn it at home. As you know, I didn't come from money. I figured out how to make money and make it work for me at the School of Hard Knocks. And I just wanted to offer the cheat code to others out there who want to understand and speak this language, but are too intimidated by the jargon. Roseanne, I think that's what keeps a lot of people out.
I think so too. Before we get into the tips, and there are plenty of them and great practical tips in this book, I'm concerned. I mean, we're watching, you know, what's happening in Ukraine with Russia, you know, inflation up and down. Do we jump in the stock market? Do we sell? Do we sell a little bit? What do we do right now, Nicole?
Well, a few things, and I come on here a lot during crises and say, chill and put your blinders on, and this is what the stock market does, and it's up and down. It's like a roller coaster. We don't get off in the middle of roller coasters. So you saw Dan's report about Target raising minimum wage, you know, to help keep pace with inflation. That's what we have to try to do. We have to try to at least keep pace with inflation. So with the Ukraine situation, a few things are going to happen. First, higher prices at the pump. Of course, Russia is the world's #2 oil supplier, more supply chain disruptions. Two, your stock market investments are going to be choppy. That's what is going to happen. So just for the sake of your portfolio or your 401k, please don't panic. Please don't unload investments. In fact, if you do have money on the sidelines, this is a great time to buy more because it's on sale. And a couple of other things, Rosanna, just to keep an eye out on. Crypto is actually taking a beating. We thought this was the safe haven asset, but this also happened back in March of 2020 during the crash there. The thing that's a tried and true investment that's back and higher is actually gold. So we've been seeing more flight, of course, to safety with treasuries. They've been mostly lower. Remember, treasury yields and prices are opposite, so more people are going into bonds with a lot of the stock uncertainty.
So one of your tips in the book is do automatic savings or put in another account, which I think is a great idea. I used to do it when I was a kid for my Christmas, club fund. Do the banks still do that? Will they put it out? Will they automatically withdraw and put in another account for you?
Yes, absolutely. This is a great way to do it because you don't see it coming out of your paycheck. You don't have the option to spend it. And this is what we do, for bill paying. The same exact concept for automatic deposit into your savings from your paycheck, going ideally first to your emergency fund. So what this pandemic has shown us is that emergencies happen. So 6 to 9 months of expenses in the bank. Once you've accomplished that, don't stop after you have that covered. I would funnel more money into low-cost, low-risk investments. Warren Buffett has said the greatest investment Americans can make are low-cost S&P 500 index funds. Roseanne, I don't know if you saw this in the book yet, but he actually put that in his will for his wife to put a majority of his money there. So I want to do what he's doing.
I love it. And I also think about things that I really liked and was using, like, at the beginning that I should have invested in, like I didn't think about it, like Google. Like, I'm on Google a million times a day. Apple, I live for Apple. Like, why didn't I jump in earlier? Like, things that we are all around us, we need to think about investing in.
Yeah, Yeah, we don't think of ourselves often as investors. You know, if you tell yourself I'm not a money math person, those are all stories we're telling ourselves. You don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money. You need the most time possible. And as far as I'm concerned, you're never as young as you are today. So today is as good a day as any. And look at yourself as your consumer habits. That's what investors basically do. And so if you are going to Google and Apple and you like certain brands, Lululemon, whatever it is, then yeah, you can become an owner in this system. You know, so often this force of compound interest is used against us in the financial system with credit cards and mortgages, but you can use that very same power that Einstein calls the eighth wonder of the world and use it in our favor. You know, we work so hard for our money. In my opinion, it's time it returned the favor.
I love it.
For us.
Girl power, Miss Independence is out right now. Nicole, we really appreciate always talking to you. Nicole Lapin, book Miss Independent. Really practical, simple 12 steps to getting your finances together this year.
Thank you. And one day maybe Jenna can design the cover. I don't know if I can afford her, but
yeah, my daughter Jenna. Maybe, you know, we'll work out something. We'll work out something, great. Nicole. Thank you again. Have a good day.
Thanks, Rosanna.
All right, coming up, Ariane.